Hello Capricorns, and welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your February 2020 reading. So this is for Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And we're going to go over really how February is looking for you, what's going to be happening. I've actually already pulled out some cards here using the Tarot Muka deck for you guys just to see where we're at, especially emotionally, and where we've been here as we come into February. So if you guys haven't, do check out your yearly readings. Those are up for the whole year ahead. I did a comprehensive look at the astrology for each and every sign, so specifically for you for the whole year ahead. So definitely check that out, because the astrology this year, especially for you Capricorn, ain't nothing to be like laughing about, ain't nothing to sniff about, because it's all about you. Your energy is all over this year, so check it out, please. And if you haven't, do make sure to subscribe, guys. Do make sure to share if you enjoy it. I really do appreciate the support. All right, let's get into this. So your first two cards out, Seven of Wands and Eight of Wands. Where we are is we've been fighting for something. We've got the upper hand because we know we've got this. We've been through this, through our experience. We have won battles. We've been through a lot, and it feels like now things are moving into a really solid, smooth place of direction here. We're seeing momentum. We've been fighting for this. We've been working for this, whatever this is, and it feels, especially in terms of work, especially in terms of our emotional aspects here as well. However, with the emotional, so again, in terms of work, in terms of, running around doing things, you're busy. You might have had to kind of fight to get to where you're going, but now things are really moving smoothly here. We have a lot more opportunities. A lot of, communication is just better as well. If you've been trying to find ways to communicate with a partner or just in general, communication does seem to free itself up, whereas before you felt very attacked. So we're coming to this really great place here, even though Four of Cups is there, especially emotionally. There's some cynicism at where things are, cynicism at the possibilities of life, what's coming in. It's never going to happen. These good things are never going to happen. And I got to say, Capricorn, if there is a sign that dips into this energy a lot, it's got to be you guys and probably Virgos, of the cynicism. Not that nobody gets cynical, depressed, anxious, any of that stuff. It could just be, even seasonal depression if you live somewhere cold. To me, it just feels like there's some dissatisfaction, especially emotionally. There's emotional exhaustion and just kind of this air of, oh, woe is me. It's never going to get better. Maybe it'll never happen. And then we get the Queen of Pentacles here. And the Queen of Pentacles is all about stability. She's got it. She's got the cornerstones of whatever it is that she needs here. She has worked hard for what she deserves. She's getting to new places with money, stability. There's a great sense of intellect and stability here. You've built yourself up through experience and knowledge, and you're sitting pretty right now. Things do seem to be going well, especially in terms of career, in terms of work, in terms of where you're headed. You have something that is starting to grow into a really wonderful and abundant thing in your life here, in terms of finances and material. So now let's look at your energy this month, the beginning and the end. Let me just move these oracles. We're actually going to use the Gustav Klimt's tarot along with the Muka tarot here. So let's check this out. Your energy at the beginning of the month here, Capricorn. Yeah, you've definitely had to fight to get where you are now. Wow. But again, things are changing, and they're changing really well for you. There are good things in flux here. The wheel is turning and things are good. And as you can see, this is a nice shiny card, nice and shimmery and gold. And I always like to see that, especially in terms of money, your abundance. Things are going well right now. You might be getting that raise. You might be getting new opportunities. However, just in all areas, it just feels like things are on the up and up, changes here. And it feels quite positive for you. Let's see at the end of the month here for February, end of February 2020 for Capricorn. Temperance, another major arcana. Things are in alignment. They're coming into this more developed place here. There's mature adaptation throughout this month to what life is throwing at you right now in a really wonderful way. You're ready for it. You've been taking on challenges, and you're in alignment with your higher self and what you want right now. So things are coming into balance in a lot of areas in your life here. It just feels like, work, money, play, but especially your emotions and, where you've been at. You've grown a lot emotionally. You've adapted to situations and have thus grown. You're not the same Capricorn you were a year ago, and you won't be by the end of this year. So now let's look at what your main focus and goals are this month. Your main focuses and goals here, Capricorn. It just feels like nothing can get in your way right now. Unless you let it, of course. Oh my gosh. Wow. This is really nice. All right, Capricorn, you are really, again, wanting to take charge of your life here. You have ideas or something that you really want to bring to life, to bring into manifestation. It feels like a certain type of life, career, a life path, you know, wherever it is might be where you want to live with the Empress. And, you know, with the King of Wands, we really want to start taking action, leadership, authority on this. You want to see yourself in a position that you can feel really proud of, especially. You want to see yourself working in something that makes you feel really good. And a lot of you are getting opportunities this month to do that, or opportunities to start working towards that, to become a master of something, to maybe join a really large company for something that, you know, does make a difference, that does, you know, put its work out there in a really big way that a lot of people probably see. So for those that are artists, writers, those in communications, there's a lot of development here. But again, you have to be willing, and you know, your sign's all about this. What are you willing to let go of to get there? What are you willing to release? We get the Death card here with the Five of Pentacles reversed. You don't want to be in lack. You don't want to be separated from something anymore. You're coming out of this really low period, and you might have been there for quite a long time, honestly. You might, and I'm feeling even like low, even though things are really picking up and getting to a great place. We've been through a lot, maybe even in the past 5 years or so, and we're kind of needing to release and let go of that person that we were. Let go of areas where we felt separated, where we felt lack, because we're coming out of that now. We're coming into connection, into abundance, into this great sense of growth. So yeah, our goals here are to come out of these places, to come out of, you know, separation, aloneness, oneness, especially if you've been kind of in this hibernative state here. It asks you to end again what needs to end. What do you need to let go of? What do you need to end? And you know it. You're ready for change is really what this is. You're just ready for massive change and shifts. You're like, bring it the hell on. And I feel like a lot of people have stepped into 2020 in that state, right? And it's not a bad place to be. So those are your goals and your focuses. Now let's look at what your challenges might be this month. Your major obstacles. What are your major obstacles here, Capricorn? Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What are your major obstacles? Ooh. I'll tell you what my major obstacle is right now. I haven't been able to have coffee all month. Or not all month. As I say, all month. All week. That's been rough. Let's see. I don't know. These don't really seem like obstacles for you, but just because there are a lot of pentacles. It's really keeping your mind on the prize. Keeping your mind in this place of abundance. Oh, I've got this. You have to make the right decisions that are really going to lead you there. You have to be responsible, put in the effort, put in the work this month, Capricorn. And that's really all that this asks you to do. Start asking people, especially if you know you're trying to get to a bigger place, a better place, especially financially. It's asking those that are closest to you, friends, family, those that you can reach out to. There's also a real sense of a discerning look at finances this month and long term. What do I need to work on? What do I need to put effort into? And in terms of work, what do you need to, you know, get your chops up on? If you've been trying to apply to new things, or if you've been trying to go in a new direction, maybe it's time to learn some new stuff. Maybe it's time to put in some long-term, you know, plant some long-term seeds for the future here. Work towards something bigger. You got 8 Pentacles here. You do have some skills, so, you know, put in that extra effort. Do something here. So this is really, really nice, in my opinion. In terms of energy that you guys can really kind of fuck with here, right? You guys get this. It's just putting in the work to get where you want to go. And you're used to that. It's like, fine, whatever, right? So let's look at now your defining moments, because your obstacles don't feel that difficult to me because you've been building them up for so long. You can see in your mind's eye. It's like, I feel like some of you have like a zing, like a laser focus on something. And you're like, I know what I want to do. I know that I have to do this now. And if I want this to, go long term, I got to start putting an effort here. I got to start doing this. And there's no problems there. Just do it. So what are your defining moments, your defining events this month, Capricorn? Some of you might want to go back to school, or reaching out to those that you went to school with, going back to, again, university, maybe looking to work at one. I don't know, just for some of you, it doesn't have to be that way, but it can be that you want to join a bigger industry. You want to join the big leagues here. And we got to start taking out the swords in our back, the wounds that we have in order to get there. Start addressing the wounds, start addressing where we've been hurt, but not letting them hold us back anymore. So what are your defining events? Wow. You might have to really go at something in a different way. You might even need to ask for some help this month. If you do need help to look at some wounds, if you do need to reach out and talk to somebody that you know is a master at these things to help you look at something in a new way, so an ending, something that has brought you pain, something that has really hurt you. It feels to me that we can gain new perspectives on this, but we have to be, again, willing to ask for help, willing to expand our viewpoint and mind on something, and to take out these 10 swords and really examine why they were there in the first place and why they hurt so bad. The wounds and what we need to do to get beyond them. There's learning there. There's a great deep sense of learning, and especially long-term cycles here, especially of pain, betrayal, hurt, things that didn't seem to make sense. We're now starting to look at in ways that, maybe we're even taking responsibility for some things. Like, maybe I shouldn't have been this way for that long. Maybe I shouldn't have treated this person that way. Maybe I wasn't going about this the right way. But you're learning from it. So don't start taking it to heart too much. You're allowed to make mistakes. You're allowed to grow. You're allowed to learn. You're allowed to pull those swords out, and you're allowed to stop feeling bad. You don't need to feel bad, okay? 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. Self-satisfaction, fulfillment, abundance, stability is coming in. A great sense of stability, a great sense of, wow, I can do this, I can make it. But you have to let go of that part of you that says you don't deserve it. That part of you that says you're not good enough and all these things happen and why do you think they happened? There's that negative voice that a lot of us are really facing this month and this year. But if you're willing to look at that and be like, nah, bitch, like, I put in the effort and I'm going to continue to put in the effort, and mind over matter, again, don't let this part of you bring you down, because here it is. It's like dawn breaks here is how I feel. Dawn is breaking. It's a sense I get when I see the 5 of Pentacles reversed and the 10 of Swords reversed. With that Death card, we're ready to let something go, an era of life go. We're ready to release some major baggage and to come out of aloneness, to ask for help, to really reconnect to society and big groups, and again, maybe re-educate ourselves, maybe ask for help, and talk to a mentor, somebody that's older than us, for some of you, a parent, a religious leader, even for some of you. I don't know why I get that. Somebody that can help divine you through this, that can help give you something that gets you to here. Wow, you're right. I am amazing. Wow, you're right. I can do this. I do have what I need. I do have the effort. I do have the skills. It's a lot of mentality and reaching out and those things that we're breaking free from this month. And allowing all this really great, abundant, leadership-driven, just things coming into alignment. What is in alignment with who I want to be and where I see myself going? There's something better out there, but we have to be willing to move on from the past here. And that can be a bit difficult, yet I know that you're ready here. I know that you're ready. You know that you're ready. You're totally ready to put in this work. If it were up to you, you would get past all the emotions and start doing it. But it's those things in your mind that tell you you can't, that make you worry, that make you anxious, that make you seize up and stop here and stop believing that you can do it, that stop you. but they don't really stop you if you're willing to look at it from this perspective, if you're willing to be Queen of Swords about it. Let's look at the reality. Let's look at the reality. That's why I say reach out to somebody who can really give you a dose of reality. That friend, that person, maybe an air sign that can just say, no, like what you're saying is crazy and you're being too hard on yourself and this is what it really looks like. It's somebody that can give you the advice to remind you who you are and who you can be and who you want to be. You come back into alignment. You maturely adapt here. You're adapting. And it's a really amazing thing to watch here, Capricorn. And I wish I could... There's actually not much more I really want to say about this. Let's look at some actual cards of advice. But I think, honestly, this is a pretty straightforward month for you in terms of, yeah, we know that there's stuff we got to end here if we want to get to where we want to go. We know we're going to have to say goodbye to certain things of life. But appreciate what you've got. And wow, appreciating what you have. Also the Hermit, interesting that this comes up here, Capricorn. 10 of Cups and the Hermit. There's fulfillment and it's within you, but I think you might need to reach out to others outside of you to remind you of how much love, how much you can love yourself, but also how much love is in your life, how many things you have to appreciate, especially the people around you, the things that you love to do. You have to go within, especially, again, if you're trying to reawaken some type of passion in your life for something that you do, maybe writing, art, even just your career, your job. It's saying, you know, we need to go within and reconnect with that love, reconnect with what makes us happy, reconnect with that 10 of Cups now. And it is within us, but you have to seek that out. There is a seeking, and it goes beyond all these other painful things and still loving yourself despite what you've been through. Ace of Swords, a sense of overcoming, triumph, victory. You can get through this. You have the way through and it's within you. But choose to go that different path. Choose to do things differently. Choose to approach situations, people, communications differently. And take action. Take action, you will win. Your ideas, the things that come through, especially when you're connecting with this gratitude part of yourself, your higher self, and saying, thank you. I am thankful for what I have. It's like connecting with gratitude and love opens you up here, opens up your mind, and opens up this part of you that's like getting downloads here, there, everywhere that takes you from the 3 of Wands to that 4 of Wands where you want to be. Your dreamscape. I always see the 4 of Wands is kind of like it's like through a glass ceiling, a glass door. You don't know how you're going to get there, but it's right over there. So that's your goal, your place of harmony, of celebration. And it's right there. If you start taking action, it's right there. It's going to happen. Start taking action towards your goals. Know what your goals are. Know what your passions are. Know who you are and have gratitude and love for yourself as well as for whatever you're going for. Appreciate the pain that you've been through, but also be willing to let this all go and be willing to ask for help if you need it this month for sure. Be willing to ask that person that, again, can give you that perspective, that can give you that grounded energy, that grounded perspective and guidance that you need. The words of wisdom. Anyways, let's pull some oracles now. Do check out your love reading when it comes out. Those should be out within the next week for February. We're going to do short love readings for everybody. Let's see, though, from the Lindsay Andrews Power Deck, message for you, Capricorn, for February 2020. Ooh. Time. What is time that it has such power to change all that exists back into dust? What is this unseen force like the wind that can shape the land in our lives? Learn to play with time. Time is surreal, like fish swimming in treetops. A person of power knows how to arrange time. Put on your watch and be aware of the time at which you do everything. Watch the sun, the moon, and the transit of the stars. Find out the time that Venus is the lowest in the sky before dawn. Be aware of your cycles, when you get hungry, when you sleep. Our society is obsessed with time, so now become time. If you're obsessed with something, it is better to explore it than to deny it. Then it is possible to give up on your obsession and let a concept like time take its proper place in your life. Your power depends on your use of time. And I think that message might take a little bit of time to sink in. So listen to that one again. Because, again, if you have any type of obsessive energy, especially with pain, especially with, you know, stepping out of something, anxiety, fears, whatever it is that you obsess over that continuously runs through your brain. Look at it. Really spend some time looking at it, seeing what it is, and saying, is it really worth it to keep this? Why is this here? What do I need to do about it? And allow time to, again, take it away from you. Explore it. Don't deny things. Explore feelings. Explore energy. But don't deny yourself this ability to be positive, to bring in this great change, because your life is shifting and it wants to shift. So let it do so. All right. Woo. Capricorn, big messages. I actually don't want to pull any more cards, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys have a wonderful and blessed rest of February. Do check out your readings for your other placements. If you want to book a private reading, all that information is below. Until February 15th, I am offering year ahead readings for 2020, so take advantage of that if you want one. Do make sure to subscribe. Leave me a comment, guys. I do appreciate it. And have a wonderful, again, and blessed February. Namaste.